How many of you guys listen to the top 40 hits? How often do you ever think about the origin of these songs? What if I told you that the origin of most American popular music was derived from slavery? Would you be surprised? This doesn't apply to other countries. Their cultures tend to be much older, so their music is formed in different ways. And you may be thinking that since the beginning of America, it was made up mostly of European immigrants, we would have more influence from European music. But this, in fact, is not the case. And this is because whenever we brought slaves over, they developed their own form of music that was not influenced by any other culture. It was influenced a little bit by the African, but it was mostly something that was unique to them. But the only problem with this was that they were in slavery, so nobody else knew about it. But this all changed in 1865 when the slaves were freed. When the slaves were freed, black talented musicians that learned music in the fields and doing slave chants would go to Memphis to showcase their talent and make money. And on top of this, to replace slavery, sharecropping was invented. If you don't know what sharecropping is, it was basically slavery, except white people were involved and they were paid terrible wages. And sharecropping was a big deal because it exposed the white people to black music. Famous sharecroppers you might know about would be Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, that were white people exposed to black music. And oftentimes, once they were influenced, they would go to Memphis and make music there and try to make money. And because of this, Memphis became kind of a melting pot of culture and music. And even people from the north that played jazz would come to Memphis and try to make money there. And it just became a huge hub for music. And it gave birth to several genres that you may listen to today, like funk, Motown, and rock and roll. And it also evolved older genres like blues and jazz. These genres began to spread across the United States, and they developed into what you know and love today, and they're each unique part of the country. So next time you're listening to your top 40 hits, I encourage you guys to think about the origin of the songs.